If you've perhaps been online recently or have small children in your life, then you have probably most definitely heard of K-pop demon hunters, because it's absolutely everywhere and you can't seem to escape it at the moment. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to say that I myself have never watched K-pop demon hunters, but I understand what it's about, K-pop and that sort of thing. It's not really my thing, so if you're expecting me to give it a glowing review and to blow smoke up its ass, I'm absolutely not going to do that. So because I know how crazy you K-pop fans can be. This hit children's movie is full of memorable characters, songs, and the animation style, which has made it an absolute hit with young children. And adults, okay, and adults. I've seen a few adults that enjoy it. There's merch, Spotify playlists, makeup and hair tutorials for young children to follow along with, so they can become their favourite character from their hit new favourite movie. You know what kids are like? When something like this, comes out, they get absolutely obsessed with it on a whole other level. It's all they'll go on about. They need the bedding, the pajamas, the hair clips, the hairstyle, everything. They need it all. To the point where the only thing they will consume is K-pop demon hunters content. So you know what that means. You know what these money-hungry companies do? They make money off parents. And you know what channels do? YouTube channels in particular. They make the worst low-effort slop content known to man, because they know no matter what, children will click on it and earn the money. That's right, K-pop demon hunters has become the new Elsa in Elsagate, or should I perhaps say Rumigate? I don't know. That'll make sense in a little bit if you have no idea what I'm talking about. There have been so many slop videos of these characters. The majority of them are AI. They're horrendous. They're a little bit graphic, and most importantly, they're weird, because you have to remember all of these are probably made by adults, which is a pretty gross thing to think about, because why are you as a grown-up making borderline fetish content of children's characters? You need looking into. So I thought we could explore this horrible content and point and laugh at the children that are consuming it. But before we do that, I feel like I need to actually explain what K-pop demon hunters is, because it's relatively new. I know a lot of people have seen it, maybe they don't know where the characters have come from, so don't worry. I'll give you a little bit of an explanation. K-pop demon hunters, released in 2025 this year, is an hour-and-a-half long PG-rated movie, and it consists of 3 K-pop singers that are in a K-pop band, and they are also demon hunters. All you need to know is that the main 3 characters are Rumi, Mira, and Zoe. I won't explain the plot of the movie because it's kind of not actually relevant to this video, and because it's still relatively new, so I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, it's genuinely not relevant. But the movie was pretty well received, with over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and people seemed to be absolutely loving the animation style and the songs that are absolutely everywhere, one of which has been nominated for a Grammy. It's actually that song, I think it's called Golden. It's the new Dance Monkey, in my opinion. It's just grating. But everyone was loving it, especially the target audience, which is kids. On the 29th of July 2025, Netflix actually announced that K-pop Demon Hunters had actually become the most watched original animated film of all time on their platform, with them stating that on the 3rd of September, Netflix had stated that K-pop Demon Hunters has actually surpassed Squid Game, the first season of Squid Game, which is absolutely insane. The film has been noted as being somewhat of a cultural phenomenon by a variety of media outlets, highlighting the soundtrack, the characters and story, as well as the homages to anime and representation of fandom and Asian cultures. Others noted that following the film's release, obviously TikTok dances have gone viral from the songs, and people have flooded social media with fan art and just all of it. It's an absolute phenomenon. It's everywhere. All you need to know is kids absolutely love this shit, and rightfully so, because it's a film made for children. That's fine. I'm not slating it for that. So, as we know what happens when a very popular child-friendly movie or piece of media blows up. People get weird because we can't have nice things. I'll give you 3 guesses to I'll give you 3 seconds to guess what type of content we're going to find, because no matter what you say, you're going to be right. So this starts because I was checking my Instagram DMs and I noticed a DM that I had received from a user named Fizzy Fairy. Yeah, that's right. If you message me on Instagram, I will see your message and I can, take requests over there if they're good enough. And this user made me aware of the absolutely disgusting slop accounts that have been created because of this godforsaken movie. So I asked them to provide me with screenshots or, to point me in the right direction of where to look or how to find this content. And they literally just said to search up K-pop Demon Hunters AI in YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and the world's your oyster. So I did just that. And the first video I got was one of the characters with massive fucking tits. I can't show you guys the full image of the video for that matter, but just so you know, I will be including videos and, examples. But for this one in particular, I don't think I can show you that, as I fear it will get demonetized. I'll show you a screenshot and maybe put a weird edit on there or something, I don't know, but you can get what I am getting at. It shows the character Rumi dancing in a way that her breasticles jiggle in a very way. However, what did restore my faith is I clicked on the account and all of the comments were actually like slating it, being like, what the f are you doing? So I clicked on the actual account and turns out this account has over 1 million followers and all it posts is cartoon characters, all girls, with their chests enlarged. Does that not make anyone else feel uncomfortable? Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when this is going to make me sound like an absolute weirdo. When you used to visit dodgy websites and they'd be like, Lois Griffin, XXX video, you know what I mean? Like that's what it reminds me of. The adverts that you used to get. That is what this reminds me of. And the fact that it's just all over on TikTok for children to come across, to see, it makes me feel really uncomfortable. I don't know if I'm deeping it. While I was making this video, I was kind of like, is it just me? Am I just being a bit of a prude? But I don't know, there's something weird about grown-ups editing a child-friendly character to make them have a desirable body. It's so gross. Not only to draw them in that way, but then to go a step further and to AI animate it and show them shaking what they've got. It's just... But yeah, on this account, you've got anime girls, Rapunzel, Elsa, Demon Hunter girls, all of these female characters as well, that maybe this is me being too feminist, but I thought all of these characters that they're using are supposed to be strong and powerful, like Rapunzel, her hair healed people. Elsa, she was the Snow Queen. These Demon Hunter girls, they're all strong, powerful females. And the fact that they have just been reduced to this sexualized fake video for some sick to jerk off to, it's just, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Is that just me? Like, it just makes me feel so grim as a woman. Like, it just, I don't know, not that there's anything wrong with showing what you've got, but it's just the fact that that's not what these characters were about, you know? But all of these followers engage with this kind of content, and the fact that it's got over 1 million of followers is genuinely insane to me. The fact that this is going on so openly and it's so easily accessible, it's just a little bit grim. Again, it's a kid show. The characters don't need big boobs, and if you fancy a cartoon, then there's definitely something probably a little bit wrong up here. I'm calling myself out for that one. 2D from Gorillas can get it, it's fine. But these are designed for children, not for the eyes of pervs. Another slop account was this one that I found here, Kids Animando, so I'm assuming it's probably not English speaking, which is a thing with a lot of these channels. A lot of them are not English speaking, not that it means anything, but it was just something that I noticed. And this account seemingly started off with like regular AI slop content, like posting the characters that, I don't know what they're called. Am I unk? Have I reached unk status? I don't know what they're called. These guys, anyway, these ones here, you'll know what I'm talking about because my audience is full of 12-year-olds. It's not, that was a joke. But you can see when they tapped into the K-pop Demon Hunter niche, and that was just like the majority of their content from now on because it gets views. As you can see, the videos that they uploaded in June consist of regular slop featuring brain rot characters that children would recognise anyway, but it was like, even those early videos were actually really weird as well. Let me just show you this one here. Beating woman funny. Anyway, not the point of topic right now. But they upload AI content of the demon hunters like married or with kids, which again is another really common AI video thing. They're either married or they get pregnant or they have kids, which again is going to be something that we will talk about a little bit later. Others show the characters, well, I'll just show you. There seems to be a theme of AI content that makes characters fat or makes them perhaps turn into a bigger body type. It shows them putting on weight and then being motivated to lose it, which feels so weird to me because surely someone gets off on that. Do you know what I mean? Like, surely someone gets off on that because what? Why is that popular? But the majority of this content has absolutely no storyline. There's no like talking, there's no dialogue, there's nothing. It just makes zero sense. It's just overstimulating, not speaking, the same screaming sound effects used over and over again, and that same fucking song over and over again. If I have to hear it one more time, I might pull my ears off my head. And the comments on this account that I noticed were either like bot comments, which consist of like random emojis, or comments from genuinely concerned children, which does restore my faith a little bit. Maybe the kids are all right. Or just people absolutely memeing on this content with K-pop Demon Hunters memes, which is pretty appropriate. Then I decided I was fed on TikTok. I'd had enough, so I took this search over to Instagram, and yeah, it was just as bad, if not even a little bit worse, actually. I found this account with in my notes. I've actually just like labeled this account as numbers account because there is no way I'm reading out all of those numbers. So here it is. It's this account here, but they post some weird shit, man. It's just so weird. There's a video of Rumi as a child inflating another one of the which is just a whole fetish. This is a fetish. Inflation is a fetish. It's a fetish that people get off on when people gain weight. It's a fetish. It's a real thing. That's what's going on here, and it's being exposed to young children. Am I being too woke? Am I looking too deep into it? Maybe I'm the problem. I don't think so. I think this is weird. I think it's weird, and I cannot be the only one, surely. And then later on, as this video progresses, she then proceeds to beat the child version of herself with a bat. Another one that made me absolutely lose it from this account was Rumi dying and AI Jesus bringing her back to life. And this is another thing I want to talk about. There are so many AI generated videos of Jesus with these characters. There was a count. I don't know if I can include it. I don't know if I've lost it, but if I find it, I'll include a video now and show you because genuinely it was so weird. We've spoken lots, and we'll come back to this more a little bit later on. We've spoken lots about how this kind of content videos that children are exposed to from a young age actually lead them to develop weird fetishes in their adult life. Vor and inflation being one of them. Again, there's nothing inherently wrong with these fetishes. I want to make that clear. I'm not kink shaming anyone because you can't exactly help your fetishes and your kinks. But like, I know some people who have these fetishes genuinely feel a little bit disgusted and a little bit embarrassed to have these fetishes because they are weird. Like, they are weird, but there's nothing wrong with them being weird. Does that make sense? I mean, they can be dangerous if they're actually taken to the extreme, but in this case, the majority of people, you know, just get off on a little bit of furry inflation. Do what you want, I guess. I'm not going to judge you. But seeing this kind of content as a child can genuinely not be good for the psyche. This also creates the stigma, and this is an issue I have with a lot of these videos where they show the characters that, you know, that they've put on weight. It's creating this stigma around bigger people. You know, it's fat equals funny. You know, it's something that people have been trying to destigmatize forever, because people can be bigger for many different reasons, not just because they eat too much. It can be literally anything, and it's none of your business anyway. But why are we, you know, going back into this of being like, fat equals funny. Look at this character. She's fat, therefore it's funny. Like, it. Get a job, get a hobby. Do you like go and watch a comedian or something? Go and find something to do like this. But I understand why kids watch it, because kids are stupid and kids will entertain this content because that is how they think. They don't understand they don't understand the stigma around it. Maybe I'm going on a ramble right now, but I just think it's weird. I don't like it. Then going over to YouTube, I found an AI account which is obsessed with generating the characters as pregnant. And this stuck out to me for many reasons. And I only watched one of the videos because it was only what I could stomach. Just look at this first frame. Oh. And then let's watch the video. Let's see where that frame has come from, okay?
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
This is on YouTube. It's a kids show. It's a kids film with kids characters. And yeah, okay, kids probably will not know what the, you know, background of that scene was, but I do. And if I was a parent and saw my child watching that, what the the videos on this channel genuinely get so many views as well. And what did restore my faith a little bit is I went to the comments and people were genuinely like, this is fucking weird. But again, by commenting on this type of content, you do make it, you know, the algorithm thinks you like it. Don't matter what you comment, the algorithm thinks you like it, so it's gonna get views anyway. But I'm so disturbed by what I've seen by researching this video. Genuinely, it is so weird. There's also some pretty nasty stuff as well that I found, like, in general, including this one. Kids versions of the characters, like, throwing up and, like, shitting on themselves. Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon Hunter, K-pop Demon... Again, no substance or joke behind it other than just disturbing slop content. Haha, puke and poo funny, laugh. That'll be a penny. That'll be 5 pennies, please. There's also so many versions of this kind of content that show vor, not from an account in particular. I just noticed this is like a broad issue. There were so many videos that I found of 2 of the characters going inside people and like the characters showing discomfort after they've been vored. Again, this is fetish content. This is a fetish, and it's being peddled to young kids that they're probably going to go on to develop because people have spoken about how they'd watch this kind of content when they were younger. Lo and behold, they hit adulthood and they want to be eaten up. Literally, quite literally. It's just so disturbing. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But this kind of content is genuinely so vile, it makes me feel a little bit sick. I think it goes to show that children will consume any kind of content that contains their favourite characters. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It shows that familiarity in a character, so they're going to click on it and they're going to watch it because they want to know what's going on. What's their favourite character up to today? They don't know it's not made by the same company that made Demon Hunters. They think they're just peddling this shit out. They don't know that. The videos themselves are so overstimulating, poorly AI animated, and just pure brain rot slop that unfortunately will not die down anytime soon unless actual, guidelines and policies get put in place, but it won't. It won't. The constant showing of vor content, pregnancy, throwing up, and pure shit cannot be good for the development of young brains, and this is the sort of content that I found by searching for. Lots of time the worst content comes up when you're actually not searching for it, and it's just the sort of underground stuff that children find through clicking on a million videos and then they come across it. Not to mention this content is probably all made by adults, which is even weirder when you think that these adults are peddling fetish stuff to children. There's one channel in particular that makes animated content of popular children's characters where they have big butts, and it ties into the gyat meme. I hate that word. And to some people it doesn't seem bad because they have genuinely lots of views, followers and subscribers, but to me I just find it weird. I don't know, I think the username's Benji X Scout, this guy here. I don't know, I don't know if I'm deep in it, but I just think as a grown-up, you're animating this kind of content that young children will watch, and they'll watch it because that's your audience. You have analytics that can show you, who's watching your videos.
Cause naughty Al, I've been naughty, so you better spank me or else. I'm just so sorry, and look at my bun, got my hair and my nails done.
You've shown their favourite character in a, sexualized manner that these kids can then go on to copy, because what children see, they then go on to copy. So you've just, I don't know, it just leaves a really bad taste in my mouth. The guy that runs this account has an actual non-satire music band as well. Do that! Do that! You're married! The money must be good in this kind of content, because there is no way that people would just expose children to this shit for no fun reason, right? They must be getting something out of it, and that's money. I know there's nothing inherently wrong with big body parts, but I just think you're sexualizing them, and it's a little bit weird because you're peddling it to children. And this isn't just his account, this is all of the accounts that I've spoken about, and I think he knows how weird it is too, which is why he, oh, it's satire, it's just a joke, it's satire, haha, but kids are watching it. Like I said, children recreate what they see as well. Young children watching these characters shake their body, they're going to recreate it because they don't know what it means. They're just going to do it because they think it's funny. So yeah, that's all of the content I have for today, because I don't think I can go any deeper down this rabbit hole. It's a little bit disturbing. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any requests, please DM me over on Instagram, as I will be likely to see it over there. And if you want to follow me on any of the social medias, the links are in the link tree down below. That would be gratefully appreciated. If you want to follow my podcast that I do with my partner that we've severely neglected, but we are coming back, I promise. I have 7 scripts written for the podcast, okay? It's coming back, I promise. That's also in the description down below. If you would consider subscribing, that would also be amazing, but if not, that's also fine, because regardless, I hope to see you in the next video anyway. Stay safe.